be doing 2 reads for you. The first read is for your love messages for this week, and then we'll get into the messages regarding your money or your finances this week. Remember that these messages are timeless, so whenever I get to see them, they just might apply to you at that point. But these are also general messages, meaning that they're not going to apply to every Taurus that is watching situation. Feel free to check your other placements to get a clearer picture. Personal readings are still currently closed. When I am open for personal readings, I will put that info in the description of the videos and also on my socials. I think if you check in the banner or the link on my channel, you see a link to my Instagram, so follow me there to get more updates and also for the chance to win a free reading. I'm currently reading from Abuja, Nigeria, and I read in person and I also read online. What else? Yeah, please feel free to like, share and subscribe. Help me get to 100. I'm gradually building my channel. Like, share, subscribe and turn on notifications so that you are alerted every time I post a video. I'm just trying to figure out the lighting. Ooh, that's rough. Let me see. A bit too much. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, so let me take this timestamps down so that it's easier for me to upload when I'm done. So we are starting at 1:58. Okay, so let me just shuffle the cards to get the energy going, and then we'll get into love messages, your love message this, and then we will get into your love messages for this week, Taurus. I'm fidgeting with this, like it's been a little bit. Yeah, I think I prefer this. Okay, so let's get into love messages for Taurus this week. We've got Temperance upright. We've got the Hermit upright. And then we've got the Empress in reverse. Okay, so this week, Taurus, you're going to have to, the energies you are going to be dealing with this week in your relationship are going to require patience. They're going to require introspection, and they're also going to have to address the shortcomings of somebody in this relationship. Temperance is balance, trusting the process of things. Whenever I use this deck Taurus to describe explain the Temperance story, I always say, like, in the northern part of Nigeria, or even, yeah, most especially I first noticed it in the northern part of Nigeria, where like in the motor park you see there's people that are selling tea. It's called shai. They call it shai. I think that's Hausa shai. So the meshais, they make the tea so hot, but how they cool it is that they pour from one cup into the other, like at high distance. That's how they're able to like cool the temperature. So now it looks like it's a very, very fluid thing to experience, but it's quite, you have to like be fully present, because you could easily like scald yourself. So there's a skill to it, Taurus. So this week, Taurus, you're going to have to trust the process of things, be confident to execute things, pay attention, find a balance. In tarot, water signifies emotions and land signifies more solid things. So that's, land usually signifies things like intellect and thinking as well. So you have to find a balance between your head and your heart. You have to be patient and let things play out the way they are meant to. Trust the process of things. With the wings behind this person, a Taurus, that's the divine backing. So you have to be confident and just let things play out the way they are meant to this week, particularly when it comes to your relationship. But while you're doing that, it's also important for you to find out, to dig deep, do the research to get you where you need to go. In other decks, the Hermit is depicted as somebody that is looking that somebody that has found a star. So other decks, let me see which one shows it best. Let me try this deck for you. Temperance is sorry, the Hermit is usually someone that takes their time to find the star, and the star card in Taurus is speaking to things that deal with our emotional well-being, how we're able to like give ourselves a big hug and like nurture ourselves, that type of situation. So I'll show you. So this is the Hermit is the finder of the star. Now this the hermits, this is usually a process that one has to do by themselves, where you have to like really dig deep. Here they depicted it as a medallion, but that's still the star. So do the research, and this is a more modern deck. So the research is shown as: get on the internet, open your laptop, get comfortable, get cozy in the dark of the night, take your time to really find out what it is that makes you happy. These are things that are going to like improve or affect the health or the energies around your relationship this week, Taurus. And the next thing, we've got the Empress in reverse. The Empress in tarot is like the queen of all the queens. She's the emotionally stable person, that she's a nurturer. She knows how to speak. She's demure. She's full of dignity. She's someone that you say like you give them a house and make it a home. Someone that multiplies stuff. Someone that has good connections, knows how to talk, is abundant, is creative, is emotional, is mentally balanced. But that's in reverse. So let's find out if this is you or if this is your partner, and let's find out what it is that is causing this person not to this is not showing up how they're meant to show up. So now I don't know if this is what you are going to discover when getting into your hermit mode, or if it's just like an energy regarding your relationship. So let's dig deeper, Taurus. Let's see how this goes. Temperance. We've got the Ace of Cups upright. We've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. And then we've got Judgment in reverse. Okay, so Temperance, how you're meant to like trust the process this week, Taurus, when it comes to relationships, you really need to like find out what love has got to do with it. Find out how oh god, Taurus this week, right? Yeah, you have a lot of love to give. You are so overflowing with emotions. This might also be repressed emotions, I'm not sure, but like really consider what you're pouring into, what it is that you have to give, who you're offering to. These are the things that you need to like patiently evaluate and make sure that you understand how things are working. With the Knight of Swords is very hasty with communication. The Knight of Swords is like, I have a point to make, I want to make my point, I'm rushing all that. It's in reverse. So yeah, that's a bit of like you have to like learn moderation when it comes to relationships this week, Taurus. And Judgment in reverse. Judgment, I'd always like to describe this card, Judgment, as a snap picture of what the Christian Bible speaks about, like rapture, where no matter, even if you are dead, you will still rise up to answer your name. So this is being like true to yourself and voicing your opinion and owning your truth, because it came up in reverse, meaning that there's somebody that is not really open and honest and vulnerable when it comes to communication and expression of desires. This is somebody that's probably has like a secret agreement with God, but it's not discussing this with their partner. There's like a delay. Someone is not like really owning their truth right now, Taurus. So yeah, these are what you need to like patiently figure out this week when it comes to your relationship. Let's get into the Hermit. Let's find out what's going. Okay, we got the Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay, Ten of Cups usually speaks about happily ever after, abundance, love, the rainbow, happily ever after, like long-term commitments. That came up in reverse. So are you going to discover that abundance is not that emotional connection doesn't exist in your relationship, or are these the things that you are going to have to rectify, how to get your relationship back to that optimistic happily ever after, we belong together situation? Okay, so that's one thing that you're going to have to like deal with while you're being the Hermit. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, another thing that you really have to really figure out is, how is your attitude towards money? okay, in tarot, like there's a hierarchy of things. You've got the page, you've got the knight, you've got the queen, and you've got the king. So the page is usually like the errand person who gets sent, the person that like comes up with an idea but doesn't know how to like really get things going. The knight is like the go-getter, the action figure, the person that is willing to do like the dirty work. The queen of pentacles, the queen in any situation in tarot is like the nurturer, someone that has worked their way up the ranks, but and is still considerate and compassionate to where they are coming from, but not willing to like get into things if they have to. But there's a set of like comfort and elevation of status. And then the king is like the oga pata pata, like this is the person that has done the work, that knows all that. That came up in reverse. So you really need to find out. Pentacles in tarot has to do like abundance, material things, money, stuff like that. So you really need to find out how, what your understand your relationship and know when to. It's like interesting. When a couple of my friends from high school were around in Abuja recently, and they were flying back, so I had to send some stuff with them from while they're traveling. We were going back by air, and I needed to send some stuff to I'll talk about this lady. This is like, let me just do a little bit of advert here. So right, I'm going to be partnering with a lady in Lagos. She sells plants, and so I'm going to be sending some of my plain terracotta pots. I have sent some of my plain terracotta pots down to her. That's what they're doing, helping me send down. But when I get to painting them, I'll have her what's the name, be my stockist for my. I'm so excited about that. I'll have her be my stockist for my terracotta pots, and it'll be good for people that want my pots to be able to buy plants from her as well in Lagos. I would put a link to her socials in the description of this video. Yeah, because I had a friend that, oh, I'm rambling. I had a friend that wanted to buy a plant, but because of it was transporting it to Lagos was an issue, so they and eventually had to just go with just the plant pot. So anyways, how I wanted to talk about this, how this relates to the, let me circle back. How this relates to the Queen of Pentacles is like, we had and we had paid for this trolley person to help us with our luggage into the airport. I was in travel, I was just escorting them. So when we got to the, what's that thing, the scanning thing where you pass your luggage in and you take off your jewelry or you drop your phone and all that shit, Potter. So yeah, so we had paid the Potter to help us. But when she got to the other side, she was still like lugging us. We were like, relax, we got the Potter. She was like, that she always keeps up, that she always wants to be proactive and everything. When the Queen of Pentacles is usually somebody that has just elevated from a certain situation, so they don't know when to like let go and relax. They're still trying to figure out delegation and things like that. So when it comes to the Hermit for you this week, Taurus, the Queen of Pentacles is reminding you that you really need to like reevaluate your relationship with money and how you behave towards money. Are you still having that I must do everything, or are able to delegate? Like figure out your relationship with money, because you might need to delegate a bit more, or you might need to do a little bit more work. Let's just figure that out. One more thing that the Hermit is going to have to deal with this week regarding their regarding their relationships rather. Taurus this week as the Hermit. Taurus this week, okay. Death card in reverse. Okay, right. Death in tarot speaks about accepting the ending of things because you know better things are coming. I always remember this song, what's her name, Jennifer Lopez, and was it Fabulous? I think it was Fabulous. I'm into you, where she was like that. Every finish line is start of a new race. Sometimes you have to accept the ending of things because that is going to be like a launching pad to better things to come. But that came up in reverse for you, Taurus. Oh, did I show you? Yeah, that was the Ten of Pentacles, happily ever after, that came up in reverse. Yeah, that's the first thing the Hermit has to figure out how to like turn that around. The Queen of Pentacles, yeah, this is the person that has just gotten, that has to like evaluate their relationship with money. And then the Death card, look at the Death card. Death is a respecter of nobody. Whether you're young, whether you're old, whether you're distracted, whether you're royalty, If when things are meant to end, they're meant to end. But look at it, no matter how grimy the Grim Reaper looks on the horse, look, the wind is pushing him forward. So his flag is facing forward, and on the flag there's new growth. And if you look here, look, there's abundance and happiness at the end. So really figure out what you need to let go of to take you to a moment of happiness this week when you guys your love relationships, Taurus. Let's get into the Empress in reverse. Let's find out what that's about. Why is somebody not like, why is, and the Empress in Taurus is also like the divine feminine. That's like supposed to be the epitome of femininity and beauty and everything, what's the name, and everything graceful. Why is that in reverse? Quick one. I'm a Taurus rising, and I've been calling myself, and I am the Empress of Tarot and Design, because yeah, so whenever I see the Empress card I get super excited. But let's see who is not acting in like they are divine, who is not coming up the way that they are meant to come up, who is dropping the ball. Let's see what that's about. We've got the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay. We've got the Four of Wands. Okay. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. The Four of Wands in Four of Cups, first of all, in Tarot Taurus, speaks about being bored, speaks about being over it, speaks about being tired of all the bullshit, and particularly when it comes like emotional matters, right? I'm gonna show you. I'm just trying to tidy up, sorry. Yeah, so that's the Four of Cups. Like, I'm done with this shit. I'm done with this shit. This person is looking wistfully at Three of Cups in Tarot. Speaks about like networking, socialization. This person is looking at external sources of validation, while the One Cup, they are not getting fulfillment at home, right? But then that came up in reverse. So really like sort out this Empress that's not working right. Really try to find out how to be content. Really check and see what the contentment level is. Really find out how to be more interested in what is being offered. Don't give up so much while this person is not performing. Really find out how being more interested in them is going to make this move forward, because that came up in reverse for you, Taurus, this week. Four of Wands speaks about stability, success, celebration, long-term commitment. It might also speak about marriage. That came up upright. So yeah, you really need to find out how stable your relationship is this week, Taurus. You really need to really figure out how this person's attitude towards your stability, how that's affecting, because this person might have like, the Empress being in reverse might also mean that your partner or you, Taurus, be feeling bored and are really considering like the long-term possibility of things. And the Ace of Pentacles came up upright. You really need to find out what's important. Ace of Pentacles like a golden opportunity to really find out how this Empress's attitude, what is this golden opportunity that this Empress has, because what this person might be offering might not be attractive to you. So that's the reason. So maybe this person is like disappointing you in the kind of things that excites them. The person might be disappointing you when it comes to like long-term goals and stability. The person might be disappointing you in what they are making the main thing. So let me do a quick recap for you, Taurus. Taurus, this week in your relationship, you're going to have to exercise patience. You're also going to have to really dig deep to find out what it is that makes you happy. And you really need to dig deep to find out who it is that is dropping the ball when it comes to like fulfilling their role in this connection. While you're being patient, you really need to like really evaluate and find out what is governing your heart space. Find out what it is that you are looking for in love and what you are willing to offer in love. Try to find out if you are really like acting within the parameters of your emotions, or if you are just being yeah, find out if you are being considerate and if you are being emotionally mature. You really need to caution your words. You really need to be like slow down and really work on strategy and work on how you want to. That's a Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords in reverse. I'm explaining now. You really need to find out how best to project or profess your truth in a productive manner, because right now it does seem that you don't seem to be standing in your truth, the Judgment in reverse. Now, while you are being the Hermit, you really need to like really dig deep and really find out and make sure you really understand and are happy with what happily ever after looks out to be to you with the Ten of Cups in reverse. Because and you also really need to like evaluate your attitude towards money and really find out if you need to be more proactive when it comes when it pertains to your finances, or yeah, really evaluate your attitude towards money and really find out if you are trying to flog a dead horse. Really need to find out what you need to let go to usher in a new beginning. Somebody's not pulling their weight in this relationship, and this is causing bringing up energy that has to do with like boredom, being over it, and yeah, dissatisfaction. Because they really need to figure out and find out if you are impressed and if you're in agreement with your partner's attitude to what excites them, the attitude towards commitment and long-term stability and goals, and also about golden opportunities. So let me get one card to close off from the oracle deck for you this week, Taurus, when in regards to your love messages and your love life. One card for you, Taurus, this week. And then we'll clear and get into the energies to discuss, clear and get to a reading to discuss the energies regarding your money and your finances this week, Taurus. Mystery. Okay. You know, we had spoken earlier about somebody not like standing in their truth. Now look, even though there seems to be elimination, you really don't see what's on the other side. You really need to make sure that you're looking at things from all around, because I think there's a lot that is hidden. There's something standing in the way from illumination, and things are not just adding up at the moment for you in your relationship, Taurus. So yeah, try to demystify things. I think that is what you really need to work on while you are working on being the Hermit. You need to really like figure this out. Also make sure that you stand in your truth, because this is very, very important to stand in your truth. Also make sure that you're able to demystify what it is that you need to end for new beginnings to start. Really find out how you can get over being over things. Really reconsider your ideas of stability and long-term commitment and goals, and really find out how if there's anything that you have to offer, and really consider what is being offered to you this week, Taurus, in your relationships. Well, that's it. So I'm going to swap decks, clear the energy, and then we'll get into your money messages this week, Taurus. So money messages for Taurus this week are starting at 22. I'm going to do 22:35. Okay. Let's swap the decks and let's get into your money messages this week, Taurus. Taurus, your money messages. You got Justice in reverse. You got the Lovers in reverse. Too many, I wanted just one. One more card for us to open the reading for Taurus. Money messages this week. You got the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, Taurus, this week things are looking a bit rough. When it comes to your money this week, Taurus, things are looking a bit rough because there's a sense of injustice. Someone feels that things when it comes to your finances this week, yeah, there's a sense of imbalance. You feel you feel things are not being fair. You also feel that the difference in opinion with who your money is tied to for some reason, and you also feel, and that's also a sense of disappointment because you really expected your money situation to move from, you expected an improvement to your money situation. So now all the cards that are coming up for you this week, Taurus, regarding your finances, a strong indication that not only you are involved in this. Your money, it looks like your money is closely tied to somebody, and somebody is, yeah. So with the Justice card, that's the balance and fairness. Like if you look, it looks like somebody is like holding the truth and holding the sword and being active, but then the person under there is just like this person is like wearing golden earrings if you look at it that way. So there seems to be like an imbalance in your finances this week. You're probably going to feel it to be cheated, and you're going to feel it to be slighted when it comes to your finances this week, Taurus. And then we've got the Lovers. So yeah, I strongly think that this might have to do like a partnership of some sort. It came up in reverse for you, Taurus. The Lovers are two people that have the same end goal, but if you when it boils down to nitty gritty, you find out that you have like different motives, different levels of energy, different levels of commitments, different levels of investments. Yeah, somebody's in it for a more noble cause, and somebody's in it for a more selfish cause. So this week, Taurus, you're really going to need to, if you want, if you're expecting, or you're expecting like a abundance or walking to abundance this week, Taurus, you're going to really have to like deal with the sense of injustice that you feel, and really try to make sure that you are seeing eye to eye with whoever this is involved with, and make sure that whoever you're working with has the same end goal as yourself. The Six of Swords in Tarot, Taurus, speaks about moving from choppy waters to calmer waters, but that came up in reverse. So there's a lot of blockages this week when it comes to your finances, Taurus. Yeah, really need to, if you are looking to invest in somebody or a new partner or something, really make sure that it's mutually beneficial to both of you. Make sure that you are equally invested, and yeah, you just don't partner with everybody that is interested with you, Taurus. You really need to make sure that it's worth your while. Make sure that they're able to give you what you cannot give yourself, and what you actually need. There's a situation I was involved with a guy a couple of years ago now, and he ended up working with a group of people, and somebody was meant to be like an investor. And what this financial investor was bringing was what I thought wasn't needed. So this person was like talking about, I'm going to put so many millions into this business and all that. But I was like, well, you don't need all this now. There's a lot of ways that you can start off without this financial investment, and you really need to make sure this is going to work. First of all, I didn't even think that business venture was not going to work, and it didn't work. It didn't work. I was like, first of all, if you're going to provide a service, you need to make sure that there's a target audience for it. One, you need to make sure you understand their pain points, and you need to make sure that you can clearly meet those pain points. There's no point in trying to create a product or a service that already has something similar in existence already, or already, or has no value or no use really. If I'm going to say I want to look for a financial investor in my business, I need to make sure that definitely I am sure of what I want that money to go towards, and I need to be sure that I actually need that much, because obviously if you're going to work as a creative with somebody as a financial investor, you have to give a bit of autonomy. So before you allow people into your business this week, Taurus, really make sure that you can't go all the way by yourself, and make sure that you're not being bamboozled by big numbers. If somebody let's say for example, Taurus, you need an investment of say $50, and someone's like, oh yeah, I can give you $1 million, but to give you $1 million, I'm going to need to take 50% of your business. Don't just get greedy and start rushing towards the big money that you don't need. Don't sell your soul. Long story short, really make sure that who wants to involve themselves, or who you are choosing to involve in your business this week and moving forward, Taurus, is someone that you actually do need. Make sure that you are able to appreciate that's I'm explaining the Lovers now. I've explained like the whole balance and justice and equality of things, and then it also blends into the Lovers in reverse for you, Taurus. Really make sure that you are able to see eye to eye. Really make sure that you're able to see eye to eye. Really make sure that you have the similar end goal. Like, look at it. At first glance, they look like so good to each other, so good to each other, so well, like connected, like, oh, we're in love, we're a strong partnership. But if you understand like gravity, he looks comfortable, but her hair is blowing up. So it's either she's having to be upside down to alter her life drastically, to be upside down to be able to see him sight eye to eye, or is that she has to turn her back to like a big gust of wind that is blowing, like turning her shit over just to see him eye to eye. So really, you have to like make sure that your sacrifices are worth it. And for her to maintain this balance with him, she has to hold on to his locks. See, let me tell you, I have locks, and you don't just like, I'm not going to let anybody pull on my locks because they want to maintain stability. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. So really make sure that you know what you're getting into when it comes to your money. Like really make sure you're not just being bamboozled and being sold a dream that is not even your dream. Because it looks like whatever you're looking to you're looking to invest in, or what you're investing in, Taurus, it doesn't look like it's serving you. It really doesn't. It looks, it's an illusion. But when you like break into the nitty-gritty of things, like I said, a lot of sacrifice that has to be made. So you really have to make sure it's worth it. You know? You have to make sure it's worth it. This is the Six of Swords. Hoping that you're going to move from turbulence to calm water. So if for initially it looks good, like you've got birds that are pulling this boat. But for how long? How long a journey do you think somebody can pull another person? They're going to get tired. They're going to be like, well, man, fuck this shit. Why am I pulling this heavy person when I can just fly? Like, sucks to be you. So really, because I came up in reverse. So it's not working. It's not working. So Taurus, this week your finances, yeah, the illusion of what you thought, things are not just going to, it doesn't look like things are going to play out the way you expect them to this week, Taurus. But let's get into this justice in reverse. Let's find out what this imbalance is. Let's find out what's this unfairness that's, yeah. This has already happened, Taurus. You seem like you're going to be disappointed, but let's see how to rectify. You're always looking for a solution. You're always looking to be proactive. Let's see what the justice in reverse is for you this week, Taurus. You got the Empress in reverse again. Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay. So this week, Taurus, it looks like whoever you're in, because I keep on saying that this energy is like multiples, it's not just you, Taurus. So this injustice, because somebody with the Empress in reverse, somebody is wanting the most and is not doing the work, while somebody that otherwise should feel over, that's with the Empress in reverse. Now the other person that is involved in this is somebody that should feel overwhelmed but isn't. There's like an imbalance because somebody is doing the work while somebody else is getting all the glory and getting all the perks and benefits. Two cards. Wow. And this is affecting happiness, and it's going to, and it's a major difference in energy. But yeah, that's why I just need one. And somebody really is not like equally invested, because somebody keeps on looking for more and considering alternative options with the Seven of Cups. Yeah. Somebody is expecting the most, somebody is doing the work, and either one or both are considering options. And when Seven of Cups, you have to be careful, because cups are like tarot here in tarot. So not only do cups like represent things like emotions, also represent like creativity, and things that like make us like happy and warm inside. Now everybody always feels flattered when they have options, but you really need to know that not everything presented to you is good for you, Taurus, this week, particularly when it comes to your money. You really need to make sure that you are able to like really evaluate and find out what it is. Not everything, like, look, all these cups look like gold, but you really can't. So you have to like really take your time to really evaluate and explore your options and really find out, make it make sense. Like, not everything that glitters is gold. There's snakes on that some, there's floods, there's, so yeah, there's, yeah. when you come, if you want to like improve your finances this week, Taurus, when it comes to your finance, yeah, if you want to, excuse me, if you want to improve your finances this week, for you to move forward, you really need to like find a balance between, make sure everybody's pulling their weight when it comes to finances, and make sure that you're really like exploring all the options. Yeah, I feel, Taurus, that if you feel you have options, and if you have the flexibility and opportunity to explore them, you really find out how you really get a clearer picture of how fair and how balanced things are. Because when it comes to your money this week, yeah, that's all the things that are making you feel like you're being cheated in some way. Okay, well, let's look into the Lovers in reverse. Let's look at the sacrifices that you're going to have to make about your finances. Okay, yeah, the Two of Swords. Yeah, you really have to like, I think it's time for you to be selfish, Taurus. With the Two of Swords, you have to like block everything out because of all the noise. Don't let anybody be up all in your head. Really figure out this shit for yourself, Taurus, this week. Okay? When, like, you know, when they say, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. So before you are able to find out whether whoever is involved in your finances, before you're able to find out if they have the same motive with you, you have to be clear about what it is you are seeking and what it is you want. Right? So block all the noise. Block all the noise and like figure that out, so you're able to find out whether you have what's the name, the same motives, and find out whether this is worth it for you. Okay, and we've got the Eight of Swords. So Taurus, this week, don't play victim. Don't play victim. Look at this person that is obviously free in real life, but it's just like bound by all the thoughts. Like there's a lot of noise in your ear. Like block the noise. Block the noise, Taurus. Like I said, don't be bamboozled. Block the noise and really see yourself for who you are and what you stand for. So you know whether this person that you're carrying along, but find out whether the person is worth it, or if you need to like cut them off, because this person is so involved that this person has like taken over your read. This is supposed to be about you, Taurus, but this is clearly about you and somebody else. The one flip over. Let me get one more card. The things that are going to help. Yeah, how you can like understand. I need one more card for the Lovers in reverse for Taurus this week and their money. The World in reverse. Yeah, because although there's a possibility to have everything that you want and everything that you like, it's coming up in reverse. So you really need to like find out what it is that you want. I guess I'm keeping in mind what it is. What's up? Is that it? I don't even know. Yeah. Find out what it is. Find out what you want. Okay, let's look at this disappointment from the Six of Swords. Let's look at how you expected your finances to improve and what you expected this improved abundance to work out for you that's not working. The Ten of Cups. This is really tied to your happiness. Happily ever after. The reward of the rainbow. In esoteric stuff, you got like all the chakras and they've got different colors. Like this is like balance of everything, having and there's some let me show you. This is my Tibetan singing bowl, right? There are some that I have seen on Amazon and on Instagram that are made out of crystal, and some of them, and everyone is meant to be tuned to a certain chakra. So I really saw one that's got like different colors, but that's what came to my mind. It's like balance of chakras, companionship, happily ever after. Yeah, your money. You really thought your money is closely tied to you attaining your happily ever after. Yeah, and that's disappointment, because if this is not sorted out, it's going to affect your happily ever after. Okay, let me get two more cards for the disappointments that with the Six of Swords. If you don't sort out your money, you're happy. Okay, yeah. You got the King of Wands, yeah, and the zestiness in yourself, the confidence. Look how this person normally in the jungle, or like you watch all these like documentaries and stuff. Sometimes you need to know when to like hold your fire and use your passion to ward off enemies, and you need to know when you need to use that power to like defend your stand and like show up for yourself, and you need to know when to like hide your fire. So yeah, you really I think sorting out your finances really like help you work on your self-confidence and your energy and your excitement. And that's, yeah, that's those are the things that are being affected because this your money's not where the way it was. Yeah. And strength, I think you have excuse me, I think you expected, Taurus, that your finances this week will really, your finances really just like this delay or this, or your finances this week are really tied to your sense of happiness and self-worth and and your personality. So Taurus, this week there's a lot of work and a lot of evaluation that you have to do, both regarding your love life and your money, because you're generally dissatisfied. You're generally dissatisfied. Let me do a quick recap for you. Okay, let me just get one more card. Oh, no, let me do a quick recap first about your money messages this week for you, Taurus. So Taurus, this week you're experiencing feelings of dissatisfaction and injustice. You might be realizing that somebody that is closely tied to your finances has different motives as yourself, and it's going to require a certain level of sacrifice that I don't think you are generally appreciating at the moment. And your expectations with your finances and your abundance, you really expected that your money would look better, but this week it's not really, because there's a lot of work that needs to be done. This injustice is because somebody is not doing the work and wanting all the glory. Somebody is overcompensating and taking on more than they are willing to handle, and either one or both are really like considering their options. And yeah, really need me to look into that when it comes to, and it's weird, Taurus, your money messages are seeming very tied to your relationship messages. Was a partnership or collaboration of some sort anyway, Taurus. Now, when it comes to, you really need to like really find out what it is that is differentiating your motives from that of whoever is involved in this, because I really need to do this by yourself. Block everybody out and make the decision by yourself. Really like dig deep and find out what this means to you, Taurus, when it comes to your finances. Don't play victim. You have all the tools around you. Just pull on your big girl pants and get shit done, because really you want to be happy and you should have a lot. And I think this money thing is something that you really expected would like answer a lot of things for you and give you everything you want. But your money this week is not, yeah, it seems very stagnant and oppressed this week, Taurus. The disappointments are your money or your attitude to money, your financial situation this week, Taurus, they are closely tied to your ideas of happily ever after, closely tied to your source of self-worth and knowing how to show up on your personality. Well, let's get one more card for you from the Oracle deck, and let's close this off. It's one of the longest ones I've done. Maybe but I am what's the name? I don't know, because I'm a Taurus. Sorry. Well, I try to keep a other relationship readings like 30 minutes and a half, and I'm almost going on an hour. Oh, okay. Rejection. Taurus, this week you're going to find that there's a lot of things that you're not just going to agree with, because your money is not where it's meant to be, and your money is tied to somebody, and there's going to be different levels of rejection. You have to reject some ideas for you. You know how they say there's no battle is ever won by cooperation. There has to be some sort of rebellion. Yeah. Either you're going to have to reject the injustice your finances are facing. You might have to reject the level of sacrifices you need to get into, and you might need to reject the idea or the expectation of somebody else to sort this shit out for you. I don't know what it is, Taurus, but this week it's on you. So all the best. Let's end this here. Thank you for staying to the end. Please like, share, and subscribe, and turn on the notifications. Feel free to check your other placements. Tell your friends, tell your friends.